Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org, where 125, 130,000 of you watched. Thank you so much. About 25,000 the first 4 months of the year, which was really terrific. Community policing, we're real big on that, caps24.org. You can find all the community policing meetings for the 24th District, which is West Rogers Park and Rogers Park. And we urge you to go to the meetings so you can see firsthand from the police and hear what's going on. In our area right now, robberies are up. That is a problem. Want to find out what to do about them? We had a robbery prevention speaker at our last meeting. And we're going, we usually schedule speakers for each of the meetings in the neighborhood. We don't always get them, but we request them. Anyway, it is a pleasure right now to talk to somebody I met through the campaign of Arie Friedman. He was his campaign manager, good guy all around. Paul Miller. Paul, how you doing?
Great, Avi. Thank you so much for having me.
First of all, my pleasure. And we also want to give a shout out to your dad, who was actually in the newspaper business himself for quite a long time.
That is correct. That's
really
correct.
Good guy. And I got to meet him because you guys were helping me get Jewish Chicago out in Lake County, which I do appreciate.
That was our pleasure. You gave us a nice endorsement, and we've got to help promote the campaign.
Well, absolutely. And I tell you, the best candidate did not win, but hey, that's politics. What can I tell you?
That is definitely the case.
So tell us about you. You're a political junkie, I guess.
I am a political junkie. There's no doubt about it. My wife will say that I'm more interested in politics than my children, which is not really the case at all. I'm blessed to have 2 boys, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. But yes,
you can give their names.
Oh, Ethan and Noah. Ethan is my oldest, Noah is my youngest, and they're the reasons why I do everything I do, and which is why maybe politics is so important to me, because whether you like politics or not, politics affects every single one of us, and that's why it plays such a big role in my life.
No, it sounds good. So you were the campaign manager for Arie.
That's correct. I was Arie's campaign manager. I run an organization called the Pauliegroup. And the Pauliegroup...
And you're the Paul in the Pauliegroup.
I am the Paul in the Pauliegroup. In fact, even though my name is Paul Miller, everyone just knows me as Paulie.
Yeah, when I was getting all the emails, everything was always signed Paulie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. It's just something that kind of stuck in college, and obviously that was what my mother called me growing up, and it's what just everyone refers to me as Paulie.
Interesting. So tell us about the Pauliegroup.
A Pauliegroup is basically a one-stop political campaign as well as communications shop. Our motto is communications with a new media edge. And what I mean by new media means new technology when it comes to things like the internet, social networks, blogging, wikis, e-marketing. This is what they refer to when you hear the term new media. New media is also impacted our news cycle, as well as in the fact that there's a lot of nonprofit journalism that exists, which is something I'm also involved with. I do some consulting, some work for some nonprofit news organizations, which basically means that just like every other news organizations, they are trying to get information to the public. They're doing investigations. They're asking the tough questions to politicians, elected officials, people running for office, everyday newsmakers. But they don't have to worry about making a profit. They work in a nonprofit mode. And that's something I got involved with a while back because, unfortunately, with the economic conditions and because of new media and the internet, newspapers as well as what they call mainstream media has suffered greatly. There's not all the reporters out there anymore because of the decline in basically newsrooms, that you have to have these nonprofit news groups that are really filling the bill. So I actually work with some of those groups as well. And then I also work with candidates for office, political leaders, people who are looking to run their campaigns. Like I said, I run a one-stop shop. Everything from the daily management to the grassroots to the communications. The Pauliegroup could serve your needs.
Very good. Now, who are you involved with right now, campaign-wise?
Right now, the main campaign I'm involved with right now is Joel Pollak, who is running for Congress in the 9th Congressional District.
Who will be on our show in the next week or two, so stick around and watch him. And what led you to get involved with Joel?
Joel actually contacted me. I got to meet Joel almost about a year ago, and I would talk to him every so often. I thought that he is a great person to get involved in politics. We need a lot of new leadership. We really need a fresh start. across the board, especially in the 9th Congressional District. So even during the primary, when I was working for Arie, I was always paying attention to Joel's race. I would talk to him every so often. And then after the primary ended, Joel asked me to join his campaign, and I gladly and proudly have done so.
Yeah, Joel's definitely a fresh new voice, there's no question about it. And he's really captured the imagination of a lot of people.
That is correct. That is correct. People, you're having, in 2010, you have this very anti-incumbency attitude, and it's really across the board. Even though I think it's affecting mostly Democrats, you have that with Republicans as well. But a lot of times right now, people are really looking for a new voice. They're looking for some real leadership. They're tired of the same old, same old. And Joel is one of those people that really fits the bill here.
No, definitely. He's, it's funny because actually there's some people around here who want to show up. We're talking about some neighbors that actually want to show up when Joel's here. They watched him on TV, and he's kind of captured their imagination. So is that you're going to focus on that campaign? You're still helping with the other things, though, in the meantime?
That's correct. I still do my work with nonprofit journalism groups. I am consulting and advising with some other campaigns at the moment as well, and also talking to some potentially new clients, especially as we get closer to November. But Joel is my main focus at the moment.
No, and Joel's definitely a good guy, and we wish him all the luck in the world, as a matter of fact. We're going to begin again. I think that's going to be the most popular race on the show before the November election, because all of a sudden I've seen Jan Schakowsky showing up at places she hasn't shown up for quite a while. So this is the first time she really has a serious race to worry about since she won.
Yeah, that would be correct. Jan has never had a real challenger. The Congresswoman has never really had a campaign before. But like you said, she is making appearances at places that I've never seen her before. And I lived in this area all my life.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you very much. We're running out of time. We want to thank Sonny Hirsch, my entire technical group. Thank you for joining us. Paul Miller, the Pauliegroup. Want to wish you all the luck in the world in your endeavors. All the best. Bye-bye, everybody.